Here's the latest weather briefings outlook for the upcoming weather trends and the longer range forecasts carrying us from December the 12th all the way up until Christmas Day. We've seen snow over the past weekend and once again the early parts of this week, but as this system moves off toward the northeast, we're setting our focus on the latter portion of the week where a large area of high pressure will be over the eastern half of the country along with some very cold air that's settled into place as well. We're going to have a reprieve from the snow showers for the next several days, but it will be colder than average, and we will start to look at the upcoming weekend. That's our next opportunity for some significant snowfall across the eastern portion of the nation. We take a look at the frame for Saturday morning. This is a forecast projection for that point in time, which has a low pressure system setting up over the state of Mississippi, drawing plenty of moisture up. You can see the flow coming in over Florida and coming up across Georgia and into the eastern portion of the country. A lot of moisture coming up with that system, and that's going to get better organized over the Gulf coastal area there during the next 24 hours in this projection. And we will see as we go on through the maps that by Saturday evening, it's projected to be over the Georgia area with a further area of low pressure stretching northward back up into the Ohio Valley. This thing kind of gets going and becomes an elongated low pressure system with plenty of moisture along the coast, and that'll be headed up toward New York City and New England. In this particular frame, it's already covering the D.C. Baltimore areas as well as New Jersey and getting ready to move into the New York City, New York State, and New England areas. This is the same forecast for Sunday morning, the same low pressure system. By then, it's already moved up just over the eastern portion of Massachusetts. Still plenty of moisture with it as it heads off to the northeast. And you can see a return flow of wind coming in from the northeast across the Great Lakes states. Michigan and Ohio in particular seeing a good possibility for some lake effect snow showers and snow squalls as cold air feeds in behind this system. And very cold air will get drawn into a good portion of the nation here once again behind this storm system and a developing high pressure system over the couple days beyond, heading into the 16th and 17th. There's high pressure over the eastern portion of the nation. This looks at Wednesday night. Once that high pressure starts to move eastward, we see it sitting over the Atlantic, and another trough of low pressure and an Alberta Clipper type system comes in from the north and triggers snow and snow showers across the Great Lakes, some flurries and some lake effect. That'll continue to move eastward, and it's projected to affect the New York and New England areas heading into Wednesday the 18th or so. With that broad area of high pressure moving eastward off the New England coast and as well as down toward the Carolinas, a big ridge of high pressure there, we also see the trough of low pressure developing north of Michigan in the southern portions of Ontario. Those two combine to bring a southerly or rather southwesterly wind flow across that portion of the country, and we start to see a warm up. We can see the freezing temperature line stretching back up toward mid-Michigan and back across Pennsylvania, a little bit further north than it's been in quite some time. And that's by Friday the 20th of December, so we're heading into a bit of moderating temperatures by the time we get on toward the weekend before Christmas. This is the forecast map for temperatures, the overall 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, and that carries us through the week before Christmas, heading up to the 23rd. And you can see some moderation. The last week's forecast had an awful lot of blue on the map that pushed down across the Kentucky, Tennessee areas and even further west and east. We've seen it retreat somewhat northward, and that's in large part due to this moderation in temperatures that's headed our way for the days leading up just right up toward Christmas, the last few days before. Similarly, precipitation, the latest storm system that heads off to the northeast in these projections, starts to allow some drying to come in, and we will see the threat for precipitation backing off a little bit in the days heading up till Christmas as well. So a bit of a milder time and a bit of a drier time as we get on toward the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Still wintry, but not nearly as harsh as it's been. Again, just a quick reminder that Weather Briefings keeps you up to date on all the latest information that you need in regard to alerts and warnings, as well as projections with the 2-week outlook. The video that we're looking at right now in the far corner of the map, and the explanation of the warning and alert system, how we designate weather systems and the levels of snowfall, the warnings appealing to those, or pertaining to those rather. And further down the page, you've always got live radar to look at and some Twitter updates as well. So this is really the page to go to, the first and foremost of information, and then we will keep you up to date as conditions warrant with any kind of text information to your phone, that kind of a thing, to keep you up to date while you're out and about working on the latest weather conditions. But again, just to focus on this page and all the information that you need. We keep this updated very regularly, very frequently, and it's the first place to turn for updated information. That wraps up this page, this view of the outlooks for us all the way up till Christmas Day. Thanks a lot for listening and for watching, and have a great day.